Español. Yeah. Thank you.
Fellow educator, I really talking about. Why? Because now next day I'm doing the trip. I've been doing nothing but being healthy. You know, I think you're trying to sugar against crushing this nonsense. No. Shit. Hey, no! Fucking hey, no! No! Hey! Oh my god! Dear. Being you know what takes you officer. If you want to big desire and didn't want you to come out of here and expand your sexual conquest, but instead what happened? Failed. All learned our lesson. A, I say the lessons have been learned. Lessons have been learned. Now, Mr. Hayden, take you to your room since you called us. I'm sorry, what? You heard me, Bill. This is what happens when faculty members shit based on mudslides.
I'm glad that everyone's safe.
Bill, you're here. Take these kids up to their room. Yeah. That's me.
Me too. I hand it to you, Mr. Danby. You and Bill. Oh, totally. Wow, nice.
Don't just agree with everything you say.
Yeah. I try to.
I didn't see much of all the excitement last night.
Welcome.
Just that I was busy.
Right now, I'm looking at the section.
Good morning, guys. Um, okay, sorry for the lack of music. I know Kirsten was trying to figure it out a minute ago. Leslie usually plays that for us. So I am traveling this morning into the office. So I'm doing this from my car. I know we have been going through on Thursdays more of a market update, but I actually wanted to run something by you guys today that came. It was kind of an aha yesterday. I've had before, but I kind of forgot about when you're an agent, right? So, a couple of things. How can you, when you're making your calls, this is something I want you guys to just think about. When you're making your calls, what does it look like? And do you already have a topic that you're going to call people about for the day? Right? So, today I'm going to talk a little bit about MOERs and how you can start conversations with those. So, does everybody know what a MOER is? And I know that you don't have to unmute, so I'm going to tell you what it is. A MOFR is making offer for an immediate response, meaning how can you know what's happening, know what's going to happen, something of value that would get people to raise their hands, right, and have a conversation with you. So I have a MOFR that I send out to start conversations, right, on my side for the Market Center with agents. So how can you be strategic about figuring out what's going on in the market, meaning in Memphis, in the lending process, in, if you're talking about even the time of year, that it can be an easy button for you, right, for your lead generation. So what I mean by that is do it in bulk so that you're not having to guess. What I don't want you to do is hesitate, right? So a lot of times, like I was in Deals and Donuts yesterday, right? And everyone kind of stops in fear of making the call. So MOFR makes them raise their hand and say they want to talk to you. So it's an amazing way for you to get out of your comfort zone, or really get yourself back into your comfort zone where you're scared, right? Where you're not scared to call them because they've raised their hand. So one that Ashley Edwards brought up yesterday was, hey, you know what I'm going to talk about today is that there is the city of Memphis is releasing more down payment assistance, like city assistance for down payments up to $25,000, and that opens up on July 1st. So how can you then, if you have your database tagged right, or even if not, let me actually remove that limiting belief, send it to everyone. It can be a text message, it can be an email that you follow up with a phone call when they raise their hand, or if you don't get any responses, you call them and say, did you get my text? I want to make sure you saw it, right? So it needs to be something super simple. That's what MOFRs are about. How can you make it? I took a MOFR class with Sarah Reynolds, who is the GOAT of MOFRs, meaning getting people to raise their hands, making offers to people that they can't refuse. So good that they can't refuse. And how can you make it so simple? Her exact words were that a 10-year-old knows what you mean, right? So it should be as simple as like, hey, do you want $25,000 for a down payment for a house? Or do you know anyone who may? That's the text, right? And that will get people to say like, yes, tell me more. Exactly. Justin said you can easily follow your DTD2 and offer it to them. So yes, my whole point is how can you make sure that every single morning you're thinking of what are you going to talk to people about today? What's the value you're going to add? I know when Justin has events, or same with me when I would host events, I'm just going through my DTD2 and that's what I'm talking to them about. Right. So what is something that you can say, hey, I want to make sure you know about this. And whether it's for them or someone that they know, it's going to make them be so intrigued that they're going to say like, actually tell me more, right? Don't get too detailed where you're saying and apply here and do all these things. Like, how can you make it intriguing enough, but short and sweet where they're like, actually, can you teach me more about that? So that was an aha yesterday I had because Ashley was helping someone through what conversation to have, right? And I was like, I use MOERs all the time. And so MOERs are a huge deal. I know Josh Heisel is he's amazing at just thinking through what to offer people. And actually he's going to be on our Top Producer Talk one of these months. So I'm super excited to hear from him. But I mean, you can make an offer for anything, right? So I'm going to get you guys the one sheeter. I'm on my cell phone. I thought I could show it to you, but it won't let me do it. So that's okay. I'm going to put it on the Facebook group as soon as I get back to the office. And it gives you just some ideas of how to create MOERs, right? Things to focus on. So anyways, on the buyer side, that's a great one today. So use that. $25,000 that the city of Memphis is opening up come July 1st. That's a fact, right? To talk to the people in your DTD2 today and just start a conversation. Even if they already own a home, they may know their kids may be first-time home buyers, or they may know people at church or work. I told someone yesterday, the beauty of this business is that anyone is a prospective person, a prospective client, right? Anyone who you meet wants to own property, whether it's to build wealth or just to own their own home, and they don't know the next step. So that is my takeaway with MOERs. Does anyone else have a good MOER that they use on a regular basis? I'm trying to think of other ones. So I may do them for maybe I do them for offers of if I hear a great program. I do them for, hey, it's, I may say something like, let me think of another offer. Even design stuff or stuff that they may be interested in. I went to that class I took. She literally sent out MOERs that said, hey, I was just reading an article and it talked about how, let's just say, grays are out and there's a new favorite color that's coming into the interior design. I'm hooking people up with an interior designer. I don't know, whatever. I'm giving you a discount. If you want that, text me back. Something like that, right? So how do you get them to say, like, actually, that sounds really cool. It sounds like something I want. And get them to text you back or ask you another question. So you're kind of leaving it open-ended. So I'll send you guys kind of the list of some of the MOERs that on the one sheeter that the people who are pros do it. But you don't want to use them all the time, but quarterly or biannually, how can you put out a MOERs like, hey, even selling, right? I know some people say like, hey, if you sell with me, I'll sell it within X amount of time or we'll buy it, right? Obviously, you put some terms around it, things like that, and it depends on the market, but that's another MOER, right? That it's like, it's an offer that they're going to raise their hand for so that you can have an intentional conversation with them about what they need. But that is pretty much all I had today was kind of around MOERs. Use it for starting conversations and also have a plan, right, for what you're going to talk about that day. That way you're not sitting there scared about what you're going to call for. So I'm not saying you know what I mean? Like if you're nervous or if you're like, I don't even know what I'm going to talk to these people about, have a plan of what you're calling people for and you be the professional. So today, I know Tia and Clarinda are doing Winging It. So all of the mistakes that people made when they first started, they're going to have lunch. It starts at 12:30 at the office. Justin is doing Deals and Donuts down in South Haven. And then one more time, I'm doing Lone Wolf tomorrow via Zoom so that you can pop on. And I am going to show you some of the new stuff that I've kind of learned about it. If you have not gotten on, if you have not linked Lone Wolf, then you are super close to getting cut off. So definitely make the transition and start looking at that. But that's all I got for you guys this morning. I will see you guys tomorrow for Good Friday. Please come on with all of your wins and all of the great things that have happened this week. So I love Good Friday. It's one of my favorites. And like Sarah says, it is Thankful Thursday. So go tell somebody you're thankful for them. That can be part of your lead generation today. Build as many relationships as you can. Bye, guys.